having a little issue with our freezer, and it's not a problem, it's not broken. This is a Norcold double wide freezer fridge combo, okay? And most refrigerators, especially residential ones, will defrost on their own. These don't, because they run on gas and electricity. So what happens is, if you open this up, you'll see this big amount of ice forming in the back, and it goes down and it's thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And that's a problem. So we want to get the ice out of there, the ice buildup out of there, because what happens is that the fridge is going to sense that it has all that ice on the back wall. The fridge is going to sense that it's cold enough, and it's going to not run as efficiently, because that wall of ice on the back is going to tell you that it's going to signal to the freezer sensors that it is cold enough, does not need to run. Not a good situation. So what we want to do is get everything out of there and defrost it. So the tools we're going to use are this little hairdryer and a plastic spatula. And this is the big thing. Make sure it's plastic, because if you puncture that back wall, you got a whole new set of problems to deal with. So don't use metal, just use plastic. So those are the tools I'm going to use. And one other little trick, I'm going to put all the frozen food in the sink to help keep it cold while I'm doing this whole process. So I'm going to throw all my frozen food into that sink there and get ready to do this. So now if you look at the back here, you'll see that goes all the way up to this far on my finger when I stick it in here. So we've got a good inch of ice in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hair dryer to start melting that and start scraping it with the plastic spatula. So I'm also going to turn this whole thing off, because safety first, and since I'm using an electric hair dryer and there's going to be some water, I'm going to try not to get lit up. So just shut the thing off and get this done as quick as you can so you can get it turned right back on.
All the food on the counter. And honey, what are you doing there? He's scraping the back wall with the spatula as he uses the hair dryer to warm it, melt it. Back wall is almost cleared of ice. It's all been melted. You can see the back wall is now clear of ice.
So I'm just going to keep going a little bit longer here and get the rest of the little pieces of ice out, and then I'm going to dry it all out and restart the freezer.
Good job, honey.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so now you can see I got that all de-iced, and now I got all the extra room back in the back of the freezer where it wasn't overwhelmed with an iceberg. And you know, if you're living full-time, a little piece of ice there, if you're living full-time in your RV, you might have to do this anywhere from 2 to 4 times a year. This is the second time I've done it in 8 months, and you can tell, you'll start noticing when you're pushing stuff in the back that it's, you know, it's kind of pressing up against the door more and more. So that's a pretty good indication it's time to defrost. So anyway, I'm going to repack this stuff, start it back up, and we're good to go for another 3 months or so. Thanks for watching. Jeff and Steph's Excellent Adventure.